We got breaking news. USC just landed a 5-star recruit. It's the Trojans' 20th commitment toward their 2025 class, and it is a big one. 5-star wide receiver Jerome Myles from West Jordan, Utah. Corner Canyon High School just announced his decision to commit to USC. Now, I got On3 Steve Wiltfong. We're going to go behind the scenes of this major development. But first, USC fans, do me a favor right now. Hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. We are the best recruiting channel on all of YouTube, and we love talking USC recruiting. So do me a favor and jump on board. All right, let's bring in Steve Wiltfong. Steve, this one-time Ole Miss commit opened it back up in June. Utah led for much of the summer into the fall, but Ohio State, Georgia, USC, they all get involved. When did the momentum turn, though, in USC's favor?
When Jerome Myles took his official visit to USC the second weekend of September to watch the Trojans dominate Utah State and improve to 2-0, that's also when they took pole position in the recruitment for this electric pass catcher, getting around Lincoln Riley, Coach Simmons and the staff, getting around the players on the team, knowing the track record of explosive offense, player development at his position, and just being in LA in general. USC moved into pole position. He moved his decision date up, and now he is in the fold as USC continues to rise in these On3 industry rankings.
Yeah, this class is growing, like I said, up to 20 commitments, and the most recent is the number 5 ranked wide receiver in America. He's 6'3", 215. Steve, Jerome Myles, what does he bring to this USC roster in terms of X's and O's?
Well, in addition to those elite measurables, he's got 10.3 speed in the 100-meter dash. He is a 4.4 guy in the 40-yard dash. He is extremely explosive. He has averaged over 25 yards per catch on the high school level, a guy that can take the short one long, but he can also beat you over the top and has elite ball tracking skills. USC's putting together one of the best receiver classes in the country, and Jerome Myles is the jewel of that terrific group.
Yeah, really like what they're building. As I said, 20 commitments now, so we're really getting to the point where they're putting the final touches on the class. But what do you like? What do you think the strengths are when we talk about the Trojans 2025 class?
Well, let's talk about this wide receiver group. They have 4, possibly 5 guys committed at the position, with Jerome Myles joining Corey Sims out of St. Louis, Tanook Hines, an electric player out of the Lone Star State, Romero Ison, a touchdown waiting to happen from Baltimore, and James Johnson from the Peach State, who could play a number of positions for Southern Cal. So 5 playmakers coming to an offense that wants to be dynamic for years to come.
Yeah, and when I think about what does USC need, I think defensive line. One of the top prospects on the board could be a guy that's in the 26 class right now, but moving up to 25 at some point this fall. And I'm talking 5-star, the number 1 player in the 26 class, 5-star Jakeem Stewart. What are you hearing there, and where do the Trojans stand if there is a reclassification?
Well, I think they're one of the front runners, if not the leader, for Jakeem Stewart. He's been to campus several times. Lead recruiter Eric Henderson is from New Orleans, has good relationships with Jakeem and his circle of trust. Them coming out in week 1 and beating LSU in Las Vegas, I think, was a major needle mover in that recruitment as they battle those LSU Tigers, Ohio State, and others to ultimately land Jakeem Stewart. Defensive line is the big need for them. They've done well recruiting linebackers in this class, led by On3's number 1 ranked player at the position, Ty Jackson. They've done a fantastic job in the secondary. Defensive line is that need moving forward. You got Jakeem Stewart. You're starting to trend again on the On3 RPM for former Oklahoma commit Floyd Boucard, who's a defensive tackle. And then they offered top 100 South Carolina edge rusher Jaquavius Dodd on Tuesday. He called USC one of his dream schools he may possibly visit as well. So as the Trojans keep it rolling on the field, big opportunity on Saturday against Michigan. They'll look to turn that momentum into gold on the recruiting trail. It just happened with Jerome Myles jumping in the fold as they rallied past Utah and Texas A&M for him, and they'll look to do that with some of the nation's top defensive linemen moving forward.
Yeah, there is more to come, but today it's all about Jerome Myles, West Jordan, Utah, the 20th commitment toward this USC Trojan class, and he is a top 5 wide receiver in the country. So USC fans, how we feeling? Let us know. Comment section below. Who is the next big target that you want on this commit list? Talk to Steve and I. Let us know. Comment section below.